Because China, 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 China.
American media, of course, driven by consumers' preferences, and of course, in certain way, you can see seems free flow and more liberal. Chinese media, you can see more calculative, more prepared, and there's hardly has like a live event. Mostly is censored in some ways. I do see that.
Hello and welcome to China Focus. I'm Shelley Zhang. For decades, mainland China has been dominated by state-run media, but recent years have seen big changes. These days, besides state-run media, there are thousands of more commercial newspapers, radio stations, and TV broadcasters. And with more than 500 million internet users, China also has an increasingly active online community. So what do all these changes mean for press freedom? And what do they mean for how we in the West are able to learn what's really happening in China?
But actually, China's authoritarian government has proven very adept at censoring the internet and other media. So what do they restrict? Well, anything that questions or threatens the ruling Communist Party of China, including any political, religious, and cultural information. This applies to free speech, state and foreign media, in print and online. News agencies are required to report only state-approved news, and any reporter who covers a breaking story without getting that approval can lose their journalist license and even go to prison. International books and movies are also edited before being released to the public. There are some signs that this will change as opposition grows. A prominent Chinese dissident and recent Nobel Peace Prize winner denounced China's censorship policies on a global stage. Recent student protests in Hong Kong also illustrate some of the youth's disillusionment with their government. Microblogs, which are a cross between Twitter and blogs, have become popular places for them to voice covert discontent. And with the number of China's online users ballooning from around 20 million in 2000 to more than 600 million in 2013, China's net of censorship is reportedly feeling the strain.
The current China situation is this: people can freely express their opinions in private settings, right? So private party, family gatherings, and that will be fine. However, if in this public sometimes is okay, but the public in terms of there's lots of people together in the public event, then you criticize government, then that will become an issue that will not be good. That will be, you're going to have a negative effect on you.
Joining us today is Sarah Cook, the Senior Research Analyst for East Asia at Freedom House. She's one of the authors of the China chapter of the 2013 Freedom of the Press Reports, which was released yesterday and is available on the Freedom House website. Sarah, thanks for joining us.
My pleasure.
So what have we seen change in the media landscape in China over the last year?
I think what we've seen is this increasing changes in the balance of how Chinese people find out about breaking news. So on the one hand, you have more and more people accessing the internet, accessing microblogs whose content is censored, but at the same time people often being able to outpace censors, particularly when it comes to news that's breaking and they actually get there before the state-run media. The flip side of it is that the Chinese government and the Communist Party are increasing their pressure on the mainstream media. So the tightness of controls, the intrusiveness of controls, particularly on print media, has been tightened over the last few years. And